Hey everyone, welcome back to the 10-day challenge. Now, it's day 10, we've done it. 10 days, 10 albums. Before I get into today's album, I wanted to mention that they're not in any particular order. The only order, really, is that I did my favourite album of all time first. Oasis, Definitely Maybe. That was obviously going to be on there. Everybody knew it was going to come up. So I did it first. To get, there was no sort of surprise there. But now, today, the final day, doesn't mean that this is better than any of the others. It's just the way it happened. We're going to talk about the very best of the Jam, about the young idea, because I mean, it's probably not this album in particular, because the Jam probably have a bunch of different compilation albums. Not every band does, but it's just a band that I grew up listening to because my dad's a Jam fan, and well, from hearing the music when he plays it, I would start listening to it. And of course, I love the Jam. I have a bunch of their albums on vinyl, but for me, it's definitely the best of album that did it for me. They have so many good songs. Just going down the list, there's Art School is great, In the City, Away from the Numbers is amazing, All Around the World. David Watts, Down in the Tube Station at Midnight. To Be Someone is amazing. English Rose is brilliant. But if you want a real, true taste of the Jam, you've got to go with The Butterfly Collective, which is one of the greatest songs of all time, as well as English Rose. Both those songs have such amazing lyrics to them. But my favourite Jam songs are The Butterfly Collector, English Rose, Just No, Brain. Sorry, I'm getting confused. English Rose, The Butterfly Collector, and The Bitterest Pill I've Ever Had to Swallow. It's because it's not on there, it's strange. There's a song on their last album called Carnation, or it might be called French Carnation, but it's one of the best rock songs of all time. It's beautifully written, but for some reason it's not on this album. But it is on the streaming version, which, I don't know, maybe there's a... And I love... we don't really talk about vinyls in this mini-series, but this is a great vinyl if you want to pick it up. But, I grew up listening to this band, and it's just one of the bands that got me into rock music to begin with, thanks to my dad, and just, I suppose, well, because it's just, just one of the greats. And I feel I've done a video in the past where I've said that the Jam are the most underrated rock band at the moment, and I still stand by that. And I know they have their huge fan base, which I am a part of, but outside of that, you got bands like Queen and Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones. They all have, obviously they have their own right to be remembered in the way they do, but I honestly, genuinely believe that the Jam should be in that list, of the greatest bands in most people's music listening repertoire. Because to me, this band is up there with Queen and Led Zeppelin and those huger, bigger than life bands. And they released 5 albums, I want to say, and most of it was punk and British punk, but it sort of evolved, especially The Gift, the last album they did. Pardon me. The last album, The Gift, was such a big... There's so many different styles and ways they went with that album, like instrumental choices and things like that. And that is the last album because Paul Weller, that's his name, I didn't forget, would quit the band so he could go on a solo career, and the Jam when the Jam were together, they were huge. Their albums were top sellers. They had number one after number one. So when Paul Weller quit the band, it was considered like something really big because, they were huge. But anyway, this is day 10. We have the Jam, about the young idea. One of the most influential bands in my music listening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Take care, everyone. And thanks for watching this 10-day challenge. It's been great to film it.